The fascination with fragrance. From the mystical temples of Egypt to the opulent palaces of Rome, the pursuit of fragrance has always been a deeply human experience. Scent is more than just an aroma, it's an emotional journey. An invisible force that can evoke memories, stir feelings, and even influence decisions. In ancient civilizations, fragrance wasn't just a luxury, it was a spiritual tool, a remedy for the soul. The Egyptians used myrrh and frankincense not just to scent the air but to connect with the divine, believing their perfumes could purify the body and spirit. It wasn't simply about pleasing the senses, it was about creating balance and invoking the gods' favor. Perfume in these ancient cultures wasn't just an indulgence, it was a sacred art that connected the earthly to the divine. From the sweet fragrance of roses to the smoky incense of the East, these scents were used in rituals, healing, and even everyday life to restore balance, invoke protection, and elevate social status. And while the art of perfume making has evolved, the power of scent remains just as powerful today. Whether it's a comforting scent of lavender before sleep or the scent of ancient oils used in modern therapies, fragrance still carries the essence of history. If you're fascinated by how fragrance has shaped our past, stay tuned, because the history of perfume is more than just an art. It's a key to understanding ancient healing practices and their influence on us today. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we uncover more hidden gems of history. Perfume making in ancient Egypt, sacred fragrance. In the land of the pharaohs, fragrance was not just something to enjoy, it was a sacred link between the earthly and divine. The Egyptians saw scent as a spiritual bridge, used to connect with the gods, cleanse the body, and purify the soul. In ancient Egypt, the art of perfume making was so deeply entwined with their religion and spirituality that it became a ritualistic practice. Myrrh and frankincense, both considered sacred, were burned during ceremonies, filling the air with divine scents meant to invoke the gods' favor. But they didn't just burn incense, they also crafted sacred oils used in religious rituals, as well as for personal adornment and healing. The Egyptians were pioneers in the art of creating fragrance oils. They used sacred plants like lotus, frankincense, and myrrh, extracting the purest oils by pressing, infusing, and even distilling them with precision. These oils weren't just for beauty, they were used for spiritual healing and to ward off evil. Perfume, for the Egyptians, was a protection for the body and a way to align oneself with the gods. Scented oils were also used in the elaborate rituals of worship. The gods of Egypt, like Horus and Isis, were believed to be pleased by the offerings of fragrant oils. The practice of offering perfume to the gods was not only a mark of respect but also a way of invoking divine protection. And while perfume making in Egypt was deeply rooted in spiritual practices, it was also part of daily life. Royalty and commoners alike used fragrance oils to anoint their bodies. Cleopatra, one of Egypt's most famous rulers, was said to have created her own signature scent, a blend of myrrh and rose, a scent so captivating that it is said to have enchanted Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. What we can learn from the Egyptians is that perfume was more than just an aesthetic luxury, it was a sacred practice. The very essence of scent held the power to connect people to their gods, to heal, and to protect. Today, we still cherish many of the same fragrant oils used in ancient Egypt, proving that their knowledge of aromatic substances wasn't just about beauty, but about healing the spirit. As we step forward in history, let's travel across the Mediterranean to ancient Greece, where perfume making became an art of not only scent but also science. The Greeks, like the Egyptians, were fascinated with the power of fragrance, but they also introduced a more empirical approach to healing and wellness. Let's explore how the Greeks shaped the legacy of perfume, blending nature and reason. Perfume in ancient Greece, the fusion of science and art. In the heart of ancient Greece, where philosophy and reason were revered, perfume was not only an art, it was a science. The Greeks took the ancient Egyptian wisdom of perfume making and refined it, blending it with their passion for knowledge and innovation. To them, fragrance wasn't just about beauty, it was about balance and healing, a concept that merged both art and empirical study. Greek healers believed that scent could affect the body, mind, and spirit. They understood the therapeutic potential of fragrances, seeing them as more than mere indulgences. Hippocrates, the famous Greek physician, is often credited with introducing the concept of using herbal and floral infusions in medicine, not just to smell good, but to treat the body. Unlike their Egyptian counterparts, who tied perfume directly to spirituality, the Greeks were more focused on its scientific applications. They used aromatic oils not only for personal use but also to heal ailments. For example, lavender was often used for headaches, while rosemary was valued for its memory-enhancing properties, both still used in modern-day wellness. Perfume in ancient Greece became a part of the healing rituals. Just as today we use essential oils to calm the mind, the Greeks used aromatic substances like roses and jasmine to reduce stress and uplift mood. It wasn't just about the scent. It was about the power of nature to restore balance within the body and mind. But perfume wasn't only a tool for healing. It was a status symbol in ancient Greece. Wealthy citizens would commission perfume makers to create custom scents, with each fragrance representing their social standing. The Greeks understood that fragrance could carry meaning, both in personal care and in social life. Perfume became a luxury item, used not only for personal scent but for symbolizing power, wealth, and even romantic intentions. It's said that Alexander the Great had his own signature fragrance, which he used during his battles to give him an air of invincibility. What the Greeks teach us is that perfume was not just a sensory experience but a mindful connection to the world around them. They used fragrance in their medical treatments, but also embraced its place in their social and cultural life. Now, as we move forward in time, let's explore how the ancient Chinese added their wisdom to the evolution of healing and scent, blending balance and energy in their own unique way. The Maya and Aztec civilizations, spiritual and medicinal uses of. As we travel deeper into the heart of the Americas, we encounter two of the most advanced civilizations of their time, the Maya and the Aztecs. Known for their rich cultural traditions, advanced knowledge of the stars, and complex calendars, these civilizations also had a deep understanding of the healing properties of plants and fragrances. For them, scent was not just a luxury, it was a spiritual practice, an essential tool for both healing the body and restoring balance to the spirit. In the Maya civilization, healing was deeply connected to their spiritual beliefs. They believed that illness wasn't caused by germs or bad luck, but by a disruption of the spiritual energy within the body. To restore this balance, they turned to nature, using plants and herbs that had both medicinal and sacred properties. One of the most important plants in Maya medicine was coca leaves, which were not only chewed for their ability to boost energy but also used in sacred rituals to carry messages to the gods. Coca leaves weren't just a medicinal tool for the Maya, they were a spiritual offering. The act of chewing the leaves, the scent of the herbs, and the ritualistic process were all believed to help establish a connection with the divine, ensuring the balance of the body's energy flow. Fragrance, therefore, was not simply a matter of scent, it was an integral part of their sacred healing process. Just as the Maya used herbs to heal the body, the Aztecs also saw scent as a powerful tool in their healing practices. Like the Maya, the Aztecs believed in the holistic nature of health, where the body, mind, and spirit were inseparable. They used a variety of plants not only for physical healing but also to restore the balance of spiritual energy. The chili pepper, for example, wasn't just a staple in their diet, it was a vital medicinal tool. The Aztecs used chili peppers for a range of ailments, from digestive issues to skin infections. The capsaicin in the peppers had natural antibacterial properties, making them an effective treatment for wounds and skin conditions, what we now know as a natural antibiotic. The Aztecs were using centuries ago in their medicine. But the chili pepper wasn't just for physical ailments. It was also part of Aztec spiritual practices, where it was believed to have the power to purify and strengthen the spirit. By using such potent natural remedies, the Aztecs demonstrated their understanding that true health wasn't just about treating the body, it was about aligning the body with the spirit. Both the Maya and Aztecs understood that healing wasn't just a physical process. It was about restoring the balance of energy within the body, mind, and spirit. They saw the act of healing as something sacred, with herbs and fragrance playing a crucial role in this balance. In this way, Their approach to medicine was as much about spiritual health as it was about physical health. As we continue our journey through time, let's move from the Maya and Aztec civilizations to the ancient Chinese. Their understanding of balance and healing will show us yet another fascinating chapter in the history of medicine and fragrance. The making of perfumes, techniques and ingredients. Perfume making, an ancient art passed down through generations, wasn't simply about mixing ingredients, it was a careful dance between nature, knowledge, and skill. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans understood that creating fragrance was about more than just extracting scents. It was about capturing the essence of nature and infusing it with purpose. The ancient Greeks, as we've seen, were masters of both theoretical knowledge and practical application. They used techniques like infusion, where flowers, herbs, and spices were placed in olive oil or alcohol, allowing the scents to soak in, extracting every bit of fragrance and essence. The result wasn't just a pleasant smell, it was a connection to nature, carefully balanced with the body's needs. The Romans, with their incredible mastery of technology, advanced perfume making even further by inventing the distillation process. This technique allowed them to extract pure essences from flowers like roses and jasmine, resulting in more concentrated perfumes. They would use rosewater as a key ingredient in their cosmetics and rituals, blending it with other natural oils to create luxurious scents. Perfume in ancient times wasn't just about the end product, it was about the care and artistry that went into each creation. Every bottle, every vial was handcrafted, often with intricate designs that symbolized the importance of the scent within. These bottles weren't just for holding perfumes, they were treasured works of art, as precious as the fragrances they contained. In Egypt, fragrance oils were used not only in personal care but in sacred rituals, with essential oils like frankincense and myrrh being burned as offerings to the gods. The Egyptians understood the power of scent, recognizing its ability to calm, heal, and even to invoke divine favor. Today, we still use many of the same ingredients that ancient civilizations cherished. Ginger, lavender, and myrrh remain at the heart of modern perfumery, proving the timelessness of these ancient practices. But unlike the ancient world, we now have scientific techniques that allow us to extract and synthesize even more complex fragrances. While modern perfumery has evolved into a highly refined science, we owe a great deal to the ancient civilizations that started it all. The Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans laid the foundations of perfume-making techniques that are still being used today. Their methods were sophisticated, intuitive, and deeply connected to the natural world. And as we breathe in the fragrances around us, we're reminded of the timeless journey of perfume making, a journey that connects us to nature, to history, and to the very essence of humanity. The ancient art of fragrance may have evolved, but the foundation laid by our ancestors continues to inspire the scents we enjoy today. Modern-day influence. Perfume's enduring legacy. Perfume, a timeless art dating back to the ancient Egyptians and Greeks, continues to thrive in today's world. While the methods of extraction and distillation have evolved with technology, the essence of perfume, the ability to invoke emotions, tell a story, and enhance our self-expression, remains unchanged. In the modern world, perfume is more than just a scent. It's luxury, identity, and emotion all bottled into one. Just as the ancient Egyptians and Greeks created their personal fragrances to define who they were, modern perfume houses craft scents that help us express who we are, what we love, and how we want the world to perceive us. Today, the luxury perfume industry is a multi-billion-dollar business, with brands like Chanel, Dior, and Tom Ford continuing the ancient tradition of using natural ingredients such as flowers, spices, and herbs, while incorporating cutting-edge scientific techniques to create unique, long-lasting fragrances. Just like the ancient Greeks and Romans, modern perfumers still follow the basic principles of balancing scents. Today, though, they rely on more advanced technologies, like gas chromatography and synthesis, to perfect fragrances. While ancient techniques like enfleurage and distillation laid the foundation, modern perfumery combines the old wisdom with scientific innovation. Fragrance today is a global language, one that transcends culture and speaks to our deepest emotions. Whether it's a splash of fresh citrus to lift your spirits or the sensuality of a woodsy, musky scent for a night out, perfume remains a powerful way to connect with our emotions, our memories, and our identities. And just like in ancient times, where scents were symbols of status and ritual, perfume continues to play a major role in the modern luxury market. Today's billion-dollar fragrance industry revolves around more than just smell. It's about creating an experience, a mood, and a sense of self-expression. As we see a resurgence in the use of natural remedies and herbal wellness, the influence of ancient perfume-making practices is once again coming into the spotlight. Modern-day essential oils and organic perfumes are taking the world by storm, with people increasingly turning to nature's gifts for healing and personal care. These modern practices remind us of the ancient wisdom embedded in nature, as we seek balance and well-being through the power of scent. And perhaps, in this return to the roots of perfume making, we are not only reconnecting with ancient traditions, but also embracing a more holistic way of life, one where mind, body, and spirit are aligned. As we continue to explore the enduring legacy of fragrance, let's look at how ancient wisdom is being adapted in modern times. From natural remedies to luxury perfumes, bridging the gap between the past and present, and creating a future where the power of scent will always remain relevant. The eternal power of scent. From the ancient temples of Egypt to the modern-day perfume boutiques, scent has always held a timeless power. It has the ability to evoke memories, stir emotions, and connect us to something deeper within. Through the centuries, perfume has been not just a fragrance, but a bridge between body, mind, and spirit, a link to our past, and a tool to shape our present. What can we learn from this journey through time and scent? Perhaps that fragrance isn't just about luxury or beauty, it's about connection. Connection to nature, to memories, and even to the ancient wisdom passed down through the ages. Now, we want to hear from you. What scent takes you back in time? What memory or feeling does it evoke? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and share your favorite fragrances with us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more amazing stories from the past that continue to shape our world today. Stay curious, stay connected, and let's keep exploring the timeless power of scent.